Well, hello. Welcome back. We're down here below the pumpkin and watermelon farms. Go ahead and show you those real quick. They are up and running. I have dug a tunnel from here at Y40, well, 48 here, but it drops to 40 over there, all the way to the villager breeder. Reason being for this is because I am tired of having to manually run back and forth. It's using a lot of the food that I have, and it requires me to be pressing the W key and running forward the whole time. So we're going to set up a minecart track. I don't know if I have enough rail, but we're going to see how far we can get with what we have, and if we need to, we can make some more. As I said, I went ahead and dug this tunnel. And it's pretty well secured from any mobs spawning. Now, it's only a 1 wide tunnel the whole way. I will be expanding it to 3 wide because my past experience with minecarts, if you're in a tunnel like this, sometimes these walls will slow you down, and we don't want that. So we'll just go ahead and lay down track for the most part of it, and then we will go back and put in the power rails every so often. I've got enough iron, I can make a bunch more track if needed. I may eventually dig this up and replace the flooring with something else so that I know if I'm digging through not to dig it up. Like polished diorite or something. You can see I was digging. I may eventually extend the track that way as well. You can use a trapped chest floating above an intersection to change the direction that the intersection goes. I forget where I learned that, but if I do, I will give credit to whomever it was that originally posted that information. It's looking like we're not going to have enough track. It's going to be close. Oh, we're here. Okay, guess we did have enough track. There we go. Now my intent is to have track going this way and that way at some point. However, for now, this will work just fine. So, we have 50 power rails, and for now, we're going to go probably every 10, and we'll replace one with a power rail. Or maybe we'll go 9 and replace it with a power rail. This way it's an even number. When you include the power rail, that is. No, we'll go 11. This way, if we choose to, we can later on go halfway in between. Yeah, that'll work, and then that'll leave a 5, and then you'll have a power rail here. So yeah, we'll go 11. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera and get the levers set up to power the rails and buttons for the ends, etc. And I'll check back with you when I'm done. Alright, I've got that done. It's time to do our first test of the track, and let's see how it goes. Now you can see I've got these levers on the side. I'm eventually going to hide them up underneath the track so that you don't see them, but I'll wait to do that until I actually replace the floor with a decorative block of some kind. Yes, this is much easier and quite a bit faster than running back and forth like I've been doing. Now granted, it took quite a while to dig this out, but it's a worthwhile investment of time because it'll save time in the long run. Plus, I'll be able to extend this when and if needed. The best part, of course, being that this remains hidden. You won't be able to see it from above, and we'll have access to everywhere we need to go via this track. Alright, so now that that's done, maybe we'll go down and harvest those pumpkins and watermelons because I have not harvested them yet. It is working. And the pumpkins. What? I have this down one. Alright. Well. No. Do I just... Oh, I just have half slabs here. Okay, that's the difference. Because here I have stairs, reverse stairs, and here I only have half slabs. Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and leave these stairs in for now and see how it works. If I'm unable to harvest and gather the ones that fall back here, then I'll just go ahead and replace those. But anyway, that's working. And we have this almost full. The coal I was gathering the coal as I dug that. It still has to fill up this hopper, and then it'll start going into this hopper, which will fill that furnace, and then once that hopper is filled, it'll start filling this hopper, I believe. Yeah, this hopper, and then this chest will start to have reserve in it, kind of like this cobble has reserve over here. I've got this one completely filled with cobble because I know I'm going to be needing a lot of stone. You see the stone has already been cooked. If I was to take that out, it would immediately start cooking again but start draining the coal, and I don't want to do that yet, at least until I have like half a chest or more of reserve. Eventually, when I set up the blaze farm, I may use blaze rods instead of coal and save the coal for torches or jack-o'-lanterns or whatever, or even trading with the villagers. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and get ready to do something. Let me put these away. We'll get ready to do something else, and I'll make up my mind as to what that is and be back with you in a bit. Alright, well, I was not really able to decide on a specific project to do right away, so what I did was I went ahead and dug out this area here and slabbed it over, moved the horses over here. I may eventually give them a roof to give them some protection from the lightning if and when it happens. I also went ahead and finished digging out and slabbing over a section over here by spawn as well. I know it's a long run and I've already got the railroad track, but I want the cart where it is right now because I may not be staying over here. I don't know. But the point of this is that I actually came up with a plan, something I want to do. And I spent a little time in a creative world working out how exactly this is going to work. And I'll try to build it from memory. It's not that difficult, but it is timing is very important on this contraption. Now, you see, I've got a bunch of redstone components and stuff here for building it with. But yeah, I went ahead and finished digging out that section that was sticking out here. So we're getting really close to having half of spawn pretty much slabbed over. Now, the only problem I'm having now is where do I want to put this contraption at? Do I want it in spawn, where we have to come all the way over here to use it? You know, which really wouldn't be that much of an issue because of that railroad track that I have set. Or do I want to build it over there by the witch farm, because that's where we are a lot, you know, or at least I plan to be. That's a possibility, but the problem is if I was going to do that, I either have to build another building outside in order to house this thing, or I have to do it underground. Now, if I'm doing it underground, I've already got that ladder going all the way down to bedrock, and it's getting pretty crowded under there. And there's a spider up there. See if we can get him to fall into that water chamber. Anyway, yeah. So I'm not entirely sure if I want to do that there or not. See if he shows up over here so we can laugh at him. Guess the best place to look would be up here, huh? And there he goes. He's bouncing around. Alright, well anyway, yeah, I could build it somewhere in this area here, but I would either have to dig a new chamber, you know, a new tunnel down, or I'd have to mess with some of the other stuff that I've already got built and like dig a separate tunnel to the side of one of those rooms. Or there he goes. Hello, Mr. Spider. What you doing up there, huh? Yeah, that kind of spawn will be prevented when I'm done building. Pardon me, when I'm done building this here. For now, I get the occasional random. I had a skeleton up there, and I'm surprised I haven't had any zombies come down in here and kill these guys. But yeah, anyway, get out of here real quick. This project is something I've been wanting to work on for a while. Yes, I've been breeding these guys up too, so that we can have some for here, some for there, some for there, you know, some for the nether, wherever. Oh, hello. But anyway, yeah, since this tunnel, this is pretty crowded down here, I'll show you what I'm talking about, because we've got our mini storage room. And speaking of which, I do not know what happened. I believe I had item frames up there with, you know, like dirt on that one, and I think that one was empty or may have had something on it or whatever. But they disappeared. I don't know if they popped off or some kind of didn't get loaded in, or maybe I just forgot to place them. I don't know. But anyway, and then we've got this, which we're going to be extending this way with additional mini farms. And then this is our railroad station / underground redstone area for those farms. Then we have our chicken farm, which at some point will be disabled. See, because when I build the infinite animal spawner kind of thing, the animal spawning platform to test it out, we can't have these chickens here because they'll prevent animals from spawning. Then down here we have our under construction farm, and that goes all the way down to this level right here. And below that we have what, about 12, maybe 14 levels that we can work with. And I don't know really if I want to descend all the way down this ladder to use this thing. I kind of want it to be near our surface area. But anyway, enough of that. What I'm planning on doing, and I discussed this at some point in one of the first few episodes, I don't remember which, but I wanted to make books that had like tasks, builds, like chicken farm and build village and do this, do that, and that's what this build has to do with. And the reason I want to do this is because I was, like I said, having trouble deciding what to do next. There's so many things to do, so many things I want to do, so many things I haven't even started yet. And I could make books for each one of those tasks. And what this thing will be doing will be telling us what to do next with a simple press of a button. One click and we have a task. And then we do whatever that task is. So if we ever get stuck and just can't decide what to do, we'll kind of let randomness or fate or whatever you want to call it make the decision for us. So, no, I can't do it there. Yeah, it requires water streams, and yeah, you can't do water in the nether. Alright, well, so much for that idea. Yeah. So, yeah, the placement of this thing, you kind of want it to be in an easily accessible location, because you don't want to travel like 6 years to get to it, just to click at one time to travel 6 years back to do what it said to do. But yeah, like I said though, I do want to make this thing somewhere handy, and I'm almost thinking of running out by the tower, that round tower by that village over here that we still have to work on, and I'm thinking maybe having it out there, because that's kind of going to be where our main base is going to be. It might be kind of handy to have that around where our main base is, but it is still quite a jog to get there from here. Now, this will be a lot easier once I dig this out. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and run over there real quick and see if there's an appropriate location for it. I know we've got our road here, and we still have to do the fencing along the side of the road and pretty it up, and maybe put some houses out here and stuff like that. But again, that's one of those tasks that would be in that book that I'm talking about, or those books that I'm talking about. So, yeah, gathering the resources for the books is also going to be one of the things I'm going to need to do. Go out and slaughter some cows, or make a little cow farm somewhere. It's a little jog even to get to here, but we needed to go over here anyway and just check things out. I haven't been over here in a while, other than just to run over to put my gravestone in up at the cemetery. Speaking of which, I do need to add another one. I was at the hello skeleton. Speaking of which, I was at the skeleton farm. Did I just deflect that? I was at the skeleton farm down over at spawn, and I was like 31 levels, And I was thinking, okay, get to level 33, and then you can go and do 2 enchants and a repair, and you'll be good to go. And, well, our dogs wanted in. So I left the computer, forgot to pause the game. I left for like just enough time to walk into the other room, open the door, let the dogs in, shut the door, and come back into the computer room here. And somehow a zombie managed to find its way down there where I was and kill me while I was gone. So I have another grave that I have to add to it. And yes, I will count that as a regular death because it was my mistake. I did not pause. But that'll be something that, well, since we're already almost halfway there now anyway, I might go over there after we're done with this. But, yeah, see, we still got to work on that tower over there. Still got to clean this up a bit. But I do want to see the landscape and see what I can do there in regards to this. I mean, in reality, this is something we could even build into the tower as part of it. You know, maybe make this a feature of like the first floor or something. I'll have to see what kind of room we have to work with here. Oh yeah, it's big enough. Way big enough. Most of the contraption would fit right back here. Yes, I think this will be the perfect spot. So, I'll go ahead and get this set up, and we'll go through the build in the next episode. I think this episode has gotten probably pretty long as it is, so I'm going to go ahead and call this the end for today. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and look forward to seeing you here again. This is UOAbigail saying have a great day.